My name is Matt Taylor, but you already know that. What you may not know is that it is my destiny to become the #1 vlogger on YouTube. Okay, today, just, didn't really do much. Went to the mall to pay off the rest of my cell phone bill with the GST thing I got back yesterday. And then that left me with about 12 bucks, I think, which I spent on food. That leaves me with... I still have a good amount of smoke stuff, so I'm alright. So, switching right now between Deadliest Warrior and Minute to Win It. I've really liked Minute to Win It for a while now, and a lot of the things on it, I know I could do, but at the same time, I'm sitting there thinking, like, it seems easy to do. Some of them seem hard, some of them seem easy that I'd be able to do. And then there are some that are just like, holy fuck, how am I supposed to do that? And how did they do that? But one of these days, I am going to actually apply for it, because it looks like it'd be really fun. And then Deadliest Warrior, I'm watching that because there's a marathon on right now, but I've already seen every episode at least twice. So, yeah. What else? Oh, tomorrow, me and Cass are gonna have a Harry Potter movie marathon. You guys haven't seen my collection of movies, but it's fairly extensive. Starting over there, movies, anime, TV, and wrestling. But yeah, I have the 7 Harry Potter movies that are on DVD right now. And before everybody gets all, oh, Harry Potter, those movies are so awesome. I read the books. I was reading the books before reading the books was the cool thing to do. What really bothers me is the people that are like, oh yeah, the movies are awesome, blah blah. Did you read the books? Yeah. When did you start reading the books? Oh, after the movie came out. Fucking people. Can't stand that. Same thing with Lord of the Rings. I read the Lord of the Rings books before the movies came out. Like, those books, like, I enjoyed them, but at the same time, I didn't, because they just seemed so long and droning and on and on. They were good. Don't get me wrong, they were good. But at the same time, it doesn't, like, come to the same level as Harry Potter. Another thing, before people get all crazy at me for this, and, oh, I read the Twilight books. I did. I read them before the movies came out. Actually, when I was going to buy the 4th one, the lady at the desk at the counter in Kohl's, she's like, "Oh, are you reading these because the movies are coming out?" I'm like, "Movies are coming out? Oh yeah, they're gonna be the big hot thing." I'm just sitting there, I'm like, "Fuck." No, I didn't even know there were movies coming out, but now it's just gonna be another thing that all the people are gonna go crazy about. Yes, I know, I'm a hopeless romantic. Shut up. What else? Books versus movies. Dark Tower series. I found out just the other day that they are finally coming out with the movies for it. But found out it's a 7 books in the series. But apparently what they're doing is 3 movies and 2, like, mini TV series. And that kind of hurt, because it's just like, oh no. Because the Dark Tower series actually comes up a little bit above Harry Potter. Like, you got Lord of the Rings and Twilight are down here. Harry Potter is way up here. And Dark Tower is literally right here. Just because Stephen King, I like Stephen King more than J.K. Rowling. But yeah, I think that's all. Actually, right now I'm kind of thinking about if I should play a game, but then there's all these TV shows on that I want to watch, and I'm thinking about actually restarting the Fable series, starting with Fable Lost Chapters, going to Fable 2, and then Fable 3, because I have all three of them. And actually, the Fable series is my favorite series on 360. My favorite series of all time will always be The Legend of Zelda. Zelda will always be my favorite series. So yeah, Zelda is my favorite series of all time. Favorite Nintendo series, not counting Zelda. Gonna have to say Pokemon. Sony, PlayStation, whatever you want to call it. Final Fantasy, hands down. Then Xbox, Fable. But multi-platform, if I had to pick a multi-platform series, I want to say Mortal Kombat. Just because it's like my favorite RPG game is Zelda, because Zelda is like the king or queen, whatever you want to call it, of video games. Fighting, Mortal Kombat. Sports, I'm not a huge sports person, but if wrestling counts, wrestling is my favorite sports series. SmackDown vs. Raw, or WWE, whatever you want to call it now. Yeah. Shooting, I'm not a huge shooting fan, but Call of Duty. And yeah, I think that's about it. Covered books versus movies, covered video games, covered what I did today. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I know I already asked you this, but books or movies? Which one do you like better? Can't pick both. And another question for you is... Oh, wait, before I get into the second question, on Facebook, okay, I was talking about this yesterday. Which sex is more complicated, male or female? Trista's pissed off because 11 votes men is more complicated sex. 28 votes is women is a more complicated sex. Called it. Thank you. And the best part is, when I was telling her that, she's like, oh yeah, it was probably all guys voted for that. No, actually it wasn't. There were 12 votes. 12 women voted that women are the more complicated sex. So in your face, anybody that says men is more complicated sex. Ha ha! Okay, so yeah. Books versus movies, which one do you like better? I vote books. Books are majority, are always better than the movies. Like Harry Potter books are better. The Dark Tower will probably be a lot better book than movie. Lord of the Rings, I'd have to pick movie, but if you had, like, out of those three, well, four if you include Twilight, the books and the movies are about even. So Twilight's eliminated. One vote for movies over books, which is Lord of the Rings. And then 2 votes for books are better than the movies. So, I vote books by majority. And then the second one is, what is your favorite video game series? If you want to pick one from each console, or just one in general, or both, be my guest. I told you Zelda's my favorite series of all time, and then each like console sort of thing, I guess you want to call it, company. Nintendo is Zelda, Xbox is Microsoft, and Sony is Final Fantasy. So, until next time, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and as always, peace out.